Alright, we are back for round 1. Definitely want to play first. And that hand is fine. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, nothing too exciting. I do have the turn 3 Ram Gang of the Bastion if I were to draw that. I have 2 decent creatures. Pre-gun can be pretty threatening. I mean, especially with the Bliss in the back. If my opponent doesn't have a Rimval, they could take quite a lot of damage from that card. But if they do have a cheap Rimval, that hand doesn't actually do that much. It's not bad though. I mean, I don't think you can. I don't think you can actually afford to mulligan 4 lands, 2-drop, 3-drop, and 3-drop removal. Yeah, I mean, it's again not too excited, but I guess this is what my deck is about. Not non-exciting thing, and just carving out creatures. But that's exactly what this hand looks like. Alright. I guess I'm gonna lead with Forest. Don't think it matters at all because I have the Bastion. But yeah, I'll do that. As hopefully my opponent will play at a decent pace. Recently I've been facing a lot of people playing super slowly, like taking at least 1 or 2 minutes between each turn. Most likely because they are double queuing, and that's just super annoying. I don't really get the point, especially when if you double queue, you can be as good as you want, you will still play worse than you would play just 1 match at the same time. So I don't know, it's just annoying. I don't think it's good for you. It's certainly not good for your opponent. So yeah, kind of have issues with that recently, but whatever. Doesn't seem like what my opponent is doing there. They just took a bit of time early on, but now we are playing at a decent pace, which is sweet. Alright. Okay, a cohort. It's decent. I think my move here is just attacking with Spriggan and playing the Rider and passing the turn. Trip News was a very good draw. I mean, I kept 4 land and then I drew a very good 4-drop creature, one of the best spell of my deck. So it's just going pretty good for me here, as my opponent is not doing anything yet. Interesting. They could have Ezatao, so the exact same card as I do have. They cannot trade 2-for-1 me. They lack a creature. I cannot think of a flash creature that I could have here. What I'm gonna do actually is play Trip News first. So if they have a random creature that I cannot think of right now, but that does exist, I can still tap it. And if they don't, I'm just attacking with that, and I'm gonna tap something end of their turn. Or yeah, they did have a flash creature. Alright, that was a rare, so that's I think the reason why I kind of missed it. So good thing I played that first. And I guess now my opponent doesn't have any good block really. And that's quite a lot of pressure from my side of the board. Next turn I can Bliss something and News something else, and my opponent is likely to take quite a bunch of damage. Ooh, Kitchen Sink is very good for them. Jeez, I was speaking about a very low power level in the draft, but so far my opponent only played premium spells, so if all their deck is like that, I'm gonna lose that match, and it's not really gonna be a surprise. Holy crap. So I think the card I wanna Bliss is the Sphinx, just because of how Sphinx works. And yeah, I think I'm gonna Bliss Sphinx, News the Cohort, and swing in with everything but the runner, obviously, which is not really attacking efficiently there. And I don't think that for double blue my opponent can do much about this attack. And if they at some point chump block with their Lich, it's awesome. And now they need to have a flyer to deal with the Rider. And if I draw a land, and they play a flyer, I can tap the flyer, pump that twice, and still win. So it's looking kind of green for my opponent, despite playing some very strong start. I mean strong cards, not strong start. And here they will have to chump block most likely. No, it's not a chump block actually. Never mind, because there's the leech. So I will actually tap that and attack for 3. Ooh, well the fairy was not a bad draw, that's for sure. Especially when I just have 3 mana. Yeah, that's... I mean, my draw has been just perfect so far. I don't think my deck can pull off a better draw than that. Just 5 land and all the best spells in my deck. I mean, I don't have a lot of re-involve, so drawing Blease, News, and Fairy is just... I don't know, that cannot get much better than that, honestly. And at this point, yeah, my opponent is in really a lot of trouble. But their deck seems pretty threatening. Holy crap, I mean, Finks, Cohort, a Leech, and the Rider, which is pretty good even if you are not white-green. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but if this is if I did my best draw with my best card against their best draw with their best card, it's fine. But if this is the average of their deck, it's certainly gonna be better than mine. Given what I've seen, I don't think I can or want to side in match. I guess Feast. They are playing blue and they show the flying creature. And blue-white does have some flyer, generally speaking. Alright, I think I'll try that out. And I'm probably cutting... I can cut the duo. It's not like the... Or maybe the Skull King is worst. Duo is not bad. Yeah, I'll go with that. It's kind of a supposition, but we've seen at least one flyer, which was not blue, but it's likely that they have some other blue flyer. They could also have the blue-white duo, which gains flying, so seems... I think it should be good, even though at least they have one target, if nothing else. Unless they sided out the Rider, but I don't see any reason why they would do that. One target is obviously not enough, but you know, it's I guess it's a minimum amount they can have to make me want to play something. No, it's not that. No, I lied. It's not what I just said, but what I'm trying to say is that if they don't have anyone, I mean, if they have no flyer, obviously there's no point in playing that, but yeah, I mean, I think you got the point. Hopefully you got. I'm certainly not trying to say that if my opponent only has one flyer, I will play that. But all right. Somehow I apparently managed to finally say something. But yeah, that was hard. That was hard. Okay. I will not target their chain breaker, as my opponent will most likely just make that a 2/2 and pass the turn. I don't really encourage you to play Chain Breaker in a deck where you don't have any synergies with it. It's just, you don't really want to spend 8 mana and 2 turns to build a 3/3. It's just not good enough. Kelpie is not very good, but it's kind of annoying right now. It's stopping me from attacking, so there is that. Probably gonna play the Rider and pass the turn. Yeah, 2/3. I mean, all Percy's creatures are kinda annoying, and this one is no exception to the rule. I mean, it does beat my 2/1 pretty efficiently, that's for sure. Okay, so this gives vigilance and flying. That's a pretty bad news. I mean, that's very weak against most of my removal, which are either tap target creature or pacifism. But otherwise it's kinda good. And I guess if I try to pacifism that thing, they can sacrifice it. I mean, there's no target yet, but I could, you know, do that. And once I get to 6 land, they will not really be able to attack anymore. So yeah, I mean, I think auras in general are gonna be pretty weak against me, but here it's looking fine for my opponent. I mean, if I ever draw my fairy or my what's the other thing? Yeah, my trip news or the pacifism, it's gonna be pretty bad for them though. Or the Ezotau, I guess. Yeah, I do have quite a lot of good answer to that that could 2-for-1 my opponent. And the cohort is gonna be able to start attacking there. I mean, they might just play something that will block it, but otherwise it might. I guess that thing is actually kinda good with Percy's creature. Yeah, I kinda forgot about that, honestly. So they might have the Leech here. If they have the Leech, they block here and they 2-for-1 me for no reason. I don't think I can afford to attack, and I don't think I can afford to spend mana and take 5 from that. I mean 4 from that thing. They have that. It's annoying, but it's it's beatable. I'd rather see that than the Leech actually. Good sideboard option though, and that card is very main deckable. Just bounce any permanent is decent. Oh, they have the Leech too. Oh, that's gross. Unless I don't see any reason to attack with that unless you have the Leech. To me, it kind of feels like if they had the Leech, they would have played it last turn. It's better than using that, I think. Much better. Maybe they have another one and they want me to spend mana and then bounce the thing. The thing is, I cannot just take the damage. I will eventually die, so... And again, it feels like if they had the Leech, they would have played it already. They probably have another trick. I don't know. Or maybe they just top deck the Leech. Either way, I don't think I can afford to play around that actually at that point. Because I can go down, well, if they have the Leech, I go down to 7. And then the turn after that, I will already have to pretty much chump block, so... I mean, it feels to me like they have something. Otherwise, that attack doesn't make sense unless they forgot that I could also pump with green. They have that, okay, that's fine. I don't actually mind that too much. Leech would have made much more annoying. Sure. So my opponent gained quite a bit of tempo those last turn with what they just did. But they have no cards left in hand. Again, I have this possibility to draw one of my Rimvolt that would actually seal the deal for me. We'll see how it goes. So now they can attack with... Well, if they don't give Chainbreaker flying, I'm probably just gonna double block. I don't like that too much, but... okay, they gave flying either way. I don't think I can afford to trade here. If I do that, I don't have any countermeasure to what my opponent is currently doing, so it doesn't feel like the right move. So I can play a 2-drop and keep that available, and I think... Actually... I'm wondering if actually trading there and then playing Hag into getting that back was it might have been the right move. And then I take 4 more from that, but yeah, I think actually I should have blocked most likely. Maybe I took a bit too much damage here. At some point my opponent might be able to play just a 2 blue spell and kill me with flyers. Yeah, I think I messed up here. As I drew another land. Not the best. I mean, after the next land, if I draw another land, I can start playing some 4-drops, so I guess there is that. Yeah, the issue I think is if they draw a blue spell, they win on the spot. I mean, I could have Ezotau in hand, but I did not show that to my opponent game 1, so they have no reason to play around it. Drawing Ezotau would be such a relief, though. That would really... It would probably win me the game somehow. Could easily get a 2-for-1. Reset the chain breakers. I'm really in a tough spot here. Dead to any blue spell. Yeah, I think I misplayed. I think the move was actually to trade. Then the thing is, I was not sure that I would draw a land, and if I actually don't draw my land, I cannot play Hag and the Servine the same turn. So, given what I drew, it would have been better to trade, but if I don't draw land, it's actually pretty bad, because then I go down to 8. I do have to take 4 more damage and go down to 4, and then on the turn where I'll play the Rider, I will have to chump block. And it seems like my opponent is gonna go for the kill here. Which, you know, they should. Yup, that thing is black, it doesn't really matter. Give flying belief before blockers. Alright, you got me. Yeah, slightly annoying because again, I really do have a bunch of answer to a creature's an enchanted creature. Not a bunch, but there's a lot of things that in my deck that would 2-for-1 my opponent right on the spot. There's Trip News, Fairy, Bliss, Ezetau. And I guess the Feast would be really good too. Not a 2-for-1, but really good too. So I had answers, but I did not draw them. Given what I've seen, I think the main deck, I mean not main deck, but the sideboard Feast is very, very valuable, so I'm just gonna keep that around. Yeah, I have 4 Rimwall. I mean 5 with the Feast post board. That's a decent amount. That's not like a lot, especially since most of them do not remove the creature from the game, which is sometimes an issue. But all in all, it feels like against Aura I should not be an underdog, I think is the is the word to talk about that. Probably playing Forest first, because if next turn I draw Ramgang and then another Forest, I could want to play that on turn 3 actually, never mind, not 4. Drawing a 2-drop here is not bad. It's gonna make me able to apply a little bit of pressure, which I can certainly use. And okay, Feast is nice. I mean, actually, it's not doing anything. I mean, yeah, it's not doing anything yet, but I would assume that it will be decent at some point. At least I hope. Yeah, Kitchen Things. So my opponent played their Kitchen Things all the all the games so far, and that's a good card. So you know, it's always kind of annoying. I don't really want to make the trade here. I'm just gonna play Rush In and pass the turn. At some point, I might Bliss the things. I don't think I lose match by playing Rush In there. If my opponent attack next turn, I'm just gonna take the damage. Don't really want to play into Leech. But yeah, if they have the draw with their just best spell each game, it's gonna be very difficult for me to beat that draw, pretty much no matter what I do. Because again, my deck is fairly average, so good creatures are gonna be good. Okay, that's good for me because I have the Feast. I think I'm probably blissing the things, attacking for 6. I'd be super happy to trade if they want to trade, but they will most likely not trade. Even though I have the Feast, the Feast. It's fine offering the trade, but I don't think my opponent will ever take it. So I could also attack with. Yeah, actually, I can. Another play would be to attack with Rashin. They don't have any good block. Thing is, if I play my Rider afterwards, I guess I could play the Medic, which blocks the things and start to be and will be pretty annoying in combat. If they double block, it's great for me because I have the Feast. Yeah, I think you have two plays here. Either you Bliss and start to beat down, either you just attack with Rashin and play the Medic, then you have a good block here. And I take a few damage from the Servin, but I mean the Rider, but it's not really an issue. I think I'm gonna go with the Medic play. It's more conservative. Also, I could let my opponent make the misplay of double blocking here, which I don't think they will do, but I don't know, if they have no answer to that in hand, maybe they will. I don't think you should double block though. I mean, you could think it's fine to double block because this is a Persis creature. I still think it would be a pretty bad misplay, especially when you are at 20. And by using this, I only gain 2 damage, which is not a whole lot. It's not the best use of my mana. So yeah. And also it's playing more conservative because my opponent could play a creature much more threatening than the things soon, in which case having the Bliss in the back could be something. I mean, if it's a Leech, obviously it's not gonna be good, But, you know, if it's just a fat creature that's there to beat down, I'd be happy to have the Bliss in the back. So yeah, I think this is all in all the best option for me. For the, you know, it uses my mana better. It means that I potentially lose 2 damage, but I will probably get get them back later by blissing something anyway. Having the medic available as soon as possible is gonna be good, because that card makes any type of fighting really annoying for the opponent. I also potentially by just attacking now, I will maybe make my my opponent will make the misplay of double blocking. So yeah, it just seems much better. I don't think they will. Oh, chump block. Well, if they chump block, I'm glad I did not bliss the things. So they might have a. I don't see any reason to chump block unless you have some sort of bounce spell or a way to reset that. If they have if next turn my opponent plays a Flicker Wisp, the 3/1 fly for 3 and reset the things, it's gonna be pretty annoying, I'm not gonna lie. No, they just bumped that. Why would you chump block then if you... It seems weird. Really weird. Okay, they have 3 blue mana. I don't think much can happen to me there. Just gonna swing in with the Scrad. My opponent doesn't have any good block. They do have an instant of some sort, apparently, though. Or maybe they have the bounce spell they showed. Or maybe they will block here. What it feels to me is that my opponent, I will, you know, try to protect my Mimic, putting a counter here, and then my opponent will use their 1 mana bounce spell on the things. The things will bounce itself. Yeah, I think my opponent is, you know, I think it's the plan of my opponent. I'm still gonna go, play into that because it doesn't cost me a whole lot. I guess another option could be to, I don't know. Yeah, in response to that trigger, that's, it's not a trigger, that's, activated ability now, they can bounce the medic. It would not be that great for them, though. Oh, crap! I target the wrong creature. Ah, that's so bad. So now I have to get another counter on that. Yeah. Misclick. Yeah, I will still try to save my thing, but that's pretty bad, all in all. Yeah, I just put a counter on my medic for no reason, basically. They have that here. Yeah, that was another option, I guess. I'm fine with that, though. Just really stupid that I lost a an activation of that for absolutely no reason, but I think all in all it's not the worst. Still doing fine on board. My opponent still doesn't have really any good attack. They will not really have any good block. And I think them pumping the things would have been much worse. Why would you attack here? Weird. Maybe they forgot about the medic, because even if they have their liege and they pump, it's gonna be 4/4, so that it cannot really. I guess it. Yeah, if they have the liege, it's good for them. I'm gonna pump that and see what happens. Yeah, pumping once plus liege is pretty good, but I can sack my medic. Oh, they had the last breath. I did not expect that spell, but it's fine. I don't mind making that trade too much. I have the answer to the rider in my hand, so it's fine. A Kelpie. Alright, probably just playing Rasheen there and passing the turn. Yeah, having both Consent to Dream and things the two last game was pretty annoying for me. So best case scenario, they use their aura on the Kelpie maybe, and I can get a 2-for-1. They will be able to sack the Kelpie in response, so I will not get a spider, but it's still pretty good for me, all in all. Yeah, I guess we can go to block. And my opponent will pump once, as I will prevent 1 damage on myself. And take 2. And since they last breast, I'm pretty far from being, you know, dead or anything like that. And I can start stacking with Rushin again. Safe hold duo. Not bad, not bad. Probably just beating down with that. They might have another Consent Dreams. Could see that being something. It would be super annoying, but there's nothing I can do about that. I don't think they have any reason to chum block yet. That put on bottom, yeah. If they block here and use that ability to put a dream on bottom, you know, I'm fine with that. Like, I'm really fine. And it feels like it's what they will do. Oh, snake form on that. It's fine though. Yeah, sure. I mean, they draw a card, so basically they drew a card and put a -1 counter on my medic, which is good, but you know, it's not like the end of the world. And I think I'm gonna play. I think I can afford to take some more damage from that thing. I'm gonna play duo, and next turn if they try to block the duo with their Kelpie, which they might want to do, I can feast the Servine and get rid of both creature. So it'd be pretty good. As my opponent doesn't seem to have any better play since they just pumped that, so I don't mind that. Okay, yeah, probably attacking with both creature. And, well, drawing a land was not the best, but I can live with that, I think. I mean, my opponent is on 8 land, so I cannot really complain about drawing, you know, too much land or anything like that. I don't think there's any sort of mana leak in the set that I should have played around by playing my planes. There is the blue spell that counter unless you pay 1 for each blue spell, but that's currently not good enough, as you can see. And no, things did not happen as expected. Oh, they bounced that? What a weird move. I don't get the play here, honestly. It doesn't make any sense to me. You'd rather bounce that and save your Kelpie. I mean, sure it has Percy's, but still you lost a creature for no reason here. Chain Breaker is annoying though with the Kelpie. What a weird move though. I guess they already had the Chain Breaker, so they don't really care about the Percy's maybe. Still doesn't feel like the right move to make. I think I'm attacking with both creature. My opponent doesn't have any good block. And if they want to save the Kelpie to try reset the thing and do it all over and again, I don't mind that because I will eventually bleed that. Actually, it does not work because of its ability. So my opponent is likely to get an infinite blocker here, which is most likely the reason why they played this way. I mean, if they want the infinite blocker, they still will have to pay 3 mana each turn. So I don't know. I mean, I do have enough attackers that it's probably gonna be fine. That thing is not really relevant at all. Would not advise you playing that in a deck that's not very, very heavy on white, and my open deck doesn't seem very heavy on white at all. Okay, drawing a land again is pretty bad, but I'm only getting to the same amount of land as my opponent has, so it's not, you know, not much I can. I mean, I can't really complain about that too much. I should not have attacked with the Mimic, by the way. But my opponent, I think the play my opponent should have made is blocking here, removing the counter and killing my Mimic. And what I did is a misplay, but that block is pretty weak when I have the medic, so I don't really get the point. Whatever. Yeah, I misplayed, but my opponent made a worse play, so all in all, we are good to go. Yeah, why would you not block here? I mean, you are at 17, you can afford to take a few hits from Roshin, right? And you lost a creature for no reason. I should not attack with the Mimic, though. I don't have enough pressure that losing that for no reason and dealing, because if I want to save it, I have to kill my medic, which I certainly don't want to do. With Trip News. Well, that's a good one. Probably about the best thing I could have drawn. So now I'm probably tapping the Kelpie, attacking with everything. And my opponent can block here and remove a counter, and then I cannot save my Mimic, but if this dies, I'm pretty happy. I guess I should launch the attack first. And I still have this Bliss on the back, so like my opponent is not really in a good spot no matter what, just because they need to find a threat that doesn't care about the Bliss, and I don't think there's many really threatening things they could play. And they probably drew their 11th land because they had 9 in play, 2 cards in hand, which I would assume are lands, and they just conceded. So, kind of beat my opponent because they flawed out, but I also don't agree with some of their play, and some of my play too, because I think my last attack with the Mimic was wrong, but it did not matter in the end. They had 2 Consent to Dream though, which is very solid against me. Alright, managed to win. Hope you guys enjoyed that first round, and I see you for round 2.